Hey there, welcome. Today I have a speed paint for you. So this was an illustration that I did digitally, and I have just sped up the footage so that you can see the entire process of the drawing. So today I am drawing the Sanrio characters, My Melody and Kuromi. It sounds weird in my accent. Kuromi, right? And this drawing is actually based on some plushie designs that I saw on Artbox's website. So Artbox sell a bunch of Sanrio products and lots of other stuff, but I happened to see these plushie designs and I absolutely fell in love with them. I took a screenshot of them because I was so inspired and I knew that I wanted to draw something inspired by them. I don't think that these are available on the website anymore. I think they're sold out, but to refrain from buying them, I just drew an illustration inspired by them. I just love the little bows and the little bags and the theme, the like going out theme. I thought it was super duper cute and I knew that I wanted to draw something based on these designs. I did draw like a humanized version of the characters. I could have just drawn the characters as they are, as the designs are, and I'm not really sure why I didn't, to be honest. I think I was just excited by the prospect of creating outfits based on these character designs, because creating outfits and drawing clothing are like some of my favorite parts of drawing a character. I actually sketched this on paper and then just like traced the line art digitally. I always find it so much easier to draw on paper. I don't know why, but I just find it really difficult to like comprehend the space and like how everything should be placed and like where everything should be placed digitally. I don't know why, I don't know whether anyone else experiences this issue, but I just find it so difficult to draw on a blank canvas digitally. I just can't wrap my head around like the sizes of things. It's really odd, I have no idea why I have this issue, but I just find it so much easier on paper. So I sketch this on paper like I do with all of my digital illustrations. It's on paper first and then I trace it digitally to actually create the line art. It took a little while for me to be actually happy with everything, but then once I was, moved on to the colouring and started to add a bunch of colours to the illustration that I had colour picked from the screenshot that I had taken of the plushie designs. And the colours that I picked for their outfits were just based on the kind of general colours that I saw in the screenshot. The outfits were completely made up and just like fabricated from whatever I felt like drawing them in. I tried to keep them like on theme, so not only on theme for the characters and their like personalities, but also kind of on theme for the plushie designs and this like going out theme because they have the cute little bows. And so I wanted the outfits to reflect that as well. If I were just creating like a humanized version of these characters, I would probably give them completely different outfits, but I felt like these worked for like the theme. So for Kuromi, oh god, the name always sounds so odd in my accent, I'm sorry. So for Kuromi, I kept the color palette like kind of grey toned, like grey and black and purple. I added the purple and the red in based on the bow, the colours of the bow, just to keep it all matching. I really enjoyed this concept of giving her like the high-waisted jeans that are like this tartan print that are like red and purple and black. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't really know how to go about doing that digitally and like putting all the colours on there, so I just kind of layered different layers of colour on there. So I just made them red and then like drew the crisscross lines on a different layer and then like put the layer on overlay or something, I don't remember. So I'm not particularly skilled at digital art, I will admit, and also it didn't help that I've taken a pretty big break from art recently. If you saw my recent video, I was ill for a little bit in November, December time, and so I kind of took a break from art for like 3 months, and so it's been even longer since I did something digitally because I generally draw traditionally on paper with markers. That's kind of my preferred medium. I think that digital art has loads of benefits and I love it as its own art form, and I really respect people who can do really good digital art. but my heart lies with traditional art, and so every time I go back to digital it's usually been a while and I kind of forget how to do it and end up kind of stumbling my way through it. So I will admit that this is not my like best artwork in the world, but I still had fun drawing it and it was nice as a little introduction back into digital. I only completed like 10 to 15 digital art pieces in the entirety of 2020, so maybe I should work towards doing more this year and trying to really improve my digital art. And of course I'll try and record a bunch of it because I think that would be cool if I could post some videos like showing my improvement, and maybe you guys can see if I'm able to improve my digital art over the course of this year. That would be really fun actually. But I think it was nice to just draw something cute with a cute colour palette to get back into digital art. You know, there were a lot of pinks and purples. And even though Kuromi's design, every time I say the name it sounds weird in my accent, even though her design is very like grey and black, I still put a lot of purple tones over top of it just to kind of tie the whole image together and make sure that the two characters looked like they kind of belonged together. I think a lot of mistakes that I made early on when I didn't really know what I was doing with digital art like a few years ago, I would just pick whatever colour like seemed appropriate for that character and I didn't think about the overall image and how all the colours work together to create like a cohesive piece. So if I had multiple characters that had different colour palettes in the same image, there would be nothing really to tie them together. So now I like to think about what shading colours I'm using and how there's little tidbits of colour that I can like tie together to make the characters appear like they belong in the same universe. And so that's why I kind of used a pinky purple shading colour for my Melody, and then I used a purpley shading colour for Kuromi to just make it all kind of tie together and seem cohesive. I hope that makes sense. I'm not a professional, I'm just trying to figure things out. And like I said, I'm not great at digital art, but I'm really looking forward to trying to improve and get better. Even since drawing this, which was like a few days ago prior to when I'm recording the voiceover, even now I've like learned even more tips and tricks about digital art that I wish I could have applied to this piece. So it'll be fun to keep learning and improving as I go along with each thing that I draw. That might be just about all I have to say about this, but I just didn't want this video to be just a speed paint with no voiceover. I always like to give a little bit of context to what I'm drawing, so I hope that you enjoyed this and I hope that you like the artwork. I think it turned out pretty cute. There's definitely loads of mistakes with it that like I wish I could change now. Like I always look back on everything I draw and think, oh, this could have been different and that could have been different, but I think I just need to keep moving forward onto the next thing and the next project and keep learning and just keep doing stuff. If you enjoyed this video, maybe consider subscribing. If you want, leave a like and a comment on this video because it really helps out my channel if you do. If you don't know what to comment, maybe comment and let me know who your favourite Sanrio character is, because my favourite character is actually not present in this video and I'm considering maybe making a video drawing them sometime soon. Thank you ever so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.